Hey, everybody. We are going to get started on this Monday, kind of reflecting back on chapter 18 and 17, because at the end of this week, we are going to be finishing up this chapter and getting ready for kind of our final test before we prep for finals. I have one little thing we're going to do next week, but it won't involve a chapter assessment. So just think back to all that we've learned about banking, checks. We've learned a lot about credit cards, loans. Um, Today, we're going to dive into some things about credit application regulations and some credit use regulations, some laws, and some acts that have been put into place for protection of consumers and for protection of those who are offering credit to kind of help both out. Okay. So, why are we doing this? I want to help you identify ways to protect yourself when using credit, um, and really to make sure that we're not overextending ourselves. And we know that if we get into a situation where we're being treated unfairly when using credit, we can call back and kind of recall this information as well. Okay. So, most businesses, as we've talked multiple times throughout this class, um, are honest in their business dealings. But because some of them aren't, just like most people are honest, but some of them aren't, um, we have to come up with some laws, some acts. Um, Sometimes the government has to step in and pass things to protect consumers, buyers, spenders, the people themselves. So, because we have some businesses who are not always the most honest, federal and state governments have passed laws to protect credit consumers. Um, a few of those include the Truth in Lending Act, the Credit Card Act of 2009, and the Equal Credit Opportunity Act. Along with laws for protecting credit consumers, several laws have also been created to protect your rights when using your credit, including the Fair Credit Billing Act, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and the Consumer Credit Reporting Reform Act, and finally, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Now, instead of making you learn all of these with a partner for today and tomorrow, I would like you to research one of the acts, just one of the acts that protects the credit rights and usage rights. What you are going to do is create a presentation to show what the act is about. I have a list on the next slide of what you need to do, but what you really need to think about is what the act showcases. What are the elements of the law? Why is it made to help protect consumers and businesses? Okay. Here is a list of the acts you can choose from. You can see them right up here. Um, Again, you have the Truth in Lending Act, the Credit Card Act of 2009, the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, the Fair Credit Billing Act, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the Consumer Credit Reporting Reform Act, and the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. You and your partner need to choose one of those. I'm going to move myself over here so I'm out of the way. Um, and you need to create a presentation. If you get into the yellow and blue books that should be underneath your seats, the acts start on page 474 in the textbook. So this is a great place to start looking for information. It is not the only place that you need to find information. Okay, your presentation should include, but is not limited to, the following information: the name of your law or act, when it was created or became a law, 3 to 4 of the main points noted in the law. So basically, what is it protecting? Who is it protecting? What is it protecting them from? What are the main points of it? Why was this law created? Okay, what was happening in our country that led up to this being created? And then why do you think the law or act is important now, and how can it protect you today? Okay, along with this information, you need to include a visual or a graphic on each slide of the presentation. Do not just have words on there for me. Okay, what I'm going to turn around and do on Wednesday, so you have today, Monday, tomorrow, Tuesday, to get these done. It should not be a problem to do in 2 class periods. On Wednesday, I'm going to have these available for you to take a look at other people's and you're going to fill in a chart with other people's information as well. Okay. My goal is that we're going to be able to have at least all of these chosen in the class. So you'll be able to see everybody's information. Without me being there, I can't really make sure of that, but whew, Ms. Hultman is tired. The goal is that we'll at least have somebody do all of these acts. Okay. If you guys have any questions, again, this is for Monday and Tuesday. These will be due Tuesday at the end of class. Please let me know. Make sure you reach out. Okay. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend and a great start to your week today. Have a great day.